A lot of people think AI is only good for handling the simple stuff. That's no longer true. In order for Fin to truly answer any question, it needs to handle the more complex, the more complicated questions. This is the biggest challenge for AI agents right now. So support conversations typically fall into three main categories. You got your informational, questions that can be answered with your help center content. Personalized, this is where Fin needs to go and get data from some external place and get something like account details or order history. Tasks, that's the third bucket where solving the problem requires Fin to take action, like processing a refund or changing your account setting. So after analyzing conversations from over 300 customers, this is the average we see. Now sure, the ratio varies company to company, but for the majority of companies out there, more than half of your volume can't be answered with help content alone. Now last October at Pioneer, we launched personalized answers, which gave Fin the ability to go fetch that customer data from other systems. So here you see Fin getting subscription information from an external system. It's able to answer the customer's question instantly. Now Fin could have told the customer how to go do that themselves and find that information themselves, but getting them that information directly to them, much better experience, right? So this single-step flow, this already works really well. But in reality, most support tasks are much more complex. Working through this with our customers, we found that even simple-sounding tasks end up being quite complex once you want to fully automate them. Like what if the customer isn't logged in? What if they have multiple subscriptions? What if there's a problem with one subscription? And what if they want to cancel that subscription? The rules and logic build up quickly, and so does the risk of getting it wrong. Now, previously, the way we handled this complexity was through workflows, 100% deterministic, rules-based modeling of the process. They were cumbersome to build and a big overhead to maintain. And they didn't always deliver a great experience for customers who'd be forced to click through buttons and deal with canned responses from the bot. It felt like you were in a virtual decision tree. AI has opened up a whole new way to approach automation with natural language. You can just write out what you want the AI to do, whether it's broad guidance or specific tasks. There's a catch. Even the most advanced AI models struggle to follow complex multi-step instructions. Here's an academic paper from last year illustrating this problem. They found that as you get an AI agent to repeat a task, its success rate drops significantly. We've done some of our own benchmarking on this, and not only have we seen a similar pattern where task repetition, the quality decreases, the success decreases, but we've also seen the performance drops off significantly as the tasks get more complex. This is a real challenge to solve. So we have built FinTask to be the best of both worlds, bringing together the power and ease of generative AI with the dependability and control of rule-based workflows. Now you control exactly how Fin handles specific situations, helping it make real-time decisions and follow the same workflows your human agents do. Let's take a food delivery example. Suppose you want to automate refund requests for damaged deliveries. Let's look at how you build that with FinTask. So you start off by telling Fin when to trigger the task. Describe it in natural language just like you'd explain it to a new teammate. Then you simply write out step-by-step instructions for Fin to follow. Again, using natural language. You tell Fin, get the customer's most recent order. Then you instruct Fin to ask for a photo, analyze the photo, decide if the item is indeed damaged. And if it is, Fin can immediately issue a refund. This is where you insert structured rules for refunds. This ensures Fin follows your rules and you get that predictable result. And what if the image wasn't clear? When unsure, you tell Fin to flag the case for human review, ensuring that only legitimate claims are immediately and automatically approved. And in this case, a support rep can review the image, approve the request, hand it back to Fin to do the rest. So with FinTask, you compress a lot of business logic into just these three blocks. This ability to combine both the generative AI with the deterministic workflow, this is the key to being able to reliably handle complex tasks. So let's take a look at how it looks from the customer point of view. So it starts off, and instead of waiting to get transferred for an agent, your customer gets an instant response, and Fin's already starting the task. Fin pulls up your latest order, requests a photo. Fin analyzes the image, detects the damage, and automatically refunds the problem. Very smooth and fast. But what if the image wasn't clear? Your teammate can just approve or reject that refund request directly in the inbox. Once that approval happens, then Fin can immediately finish the task. It's quick, efficient, and it's delivered in an entirely natural conversational flow. So our customers are already using FinTask to automate things like refund approvals with risk controls, personal data updates with ID verification, small loan decisions based on the customer's financial profile. And they're seeing real results. And George makes a great point at the end there. Instead of training 50 agents to consistently following a process, you just need to train Finn once. A lot of people think AI is only good for handling the simple stuff. That's no longer true. Finn can now handle a lot of the hard stuff as well. Finn tasks give you the flexibility to lean heavily on AI natural language or mix in rules-based workflows. This is the best of both worlds. This is how you achieve automation of complex tasks.